It's where all the cool kids go. The friendly info will show you around. We reward him with the fresh souls of our customers. Candles, t-shirts, Wendy tees, and so much more. Tags on deck, horror shop you will never want to leave. Your friendly info will show you around. We reward him with the fresh souls of our customers. Candles, t-shirts, Wendy tees, and so much more. Dads on deck, horror shop you will never want to leave. Straight talk with evil check. Let's get to the bottom of just what is irritating you. What's your beef? Why the hatred? Let's talk it out, make sense of your anger. Feeling steam, a little out of sorts. Check out Straight Talk and Chill. Howdy, gang. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat, sounds like. And I'm back again. This is a new idea I just came up with in the last, I don't know, hour or so. Well, a little more than that because I think I was actually talking about it during, well, I didn't know my voice was going to mess up before I got on here. Um, Probably means I've been flapping my jaws too much, but I'm going to flap them a little bit more. Okay. So I came up with this idea called Straight Talk. And this is just, it's not for me to air dirty laundry or anything like that. It's just to put things out there, kind of try to put things in perspective where I don't think they're in perspective. And you can take what you want from this. This is not meant to make anybody angry about any of the topics I discuss. It's just telling my side of it. And so, this first episode, and I don't know how often I'm going to be doing these things. Probably, when I see something that I think, warrants discussion, I will do one of these. So this one is called AI While the Hate. And this is just not AI pictures. It's not just AI music. It's not just AI video creation. It's all of it. And AI is used in different areas, not just, artistic types of endeavors. Okay. It's used in businesses. My job, for instance, they are starting to use AI in order to help each department with getting their workload done. Okay. And so I see the benefits of it. I really, really do. Um, I was a little concerned, I'll be totally honest, when they first started talking about it, that it was going to, put me right out of a job. Because my concern was, oh gosh, the AI bots are going to take away our jobs. But But then I got to thinking about it and I talked it over with my bosses and stuff like that. And they assured me that they're not going to completely take over. And so it led me to believe that, and it still might be talked about, but I used to work for library systems. And when I worked for my small town library, there were certain people that said, yeah, libraries will go away here soon. Or librarians will go away soon because robots are going to take over the libraries and there won't be a need for people. And I was like, no, that will never happen because there's always a certain percentage of people that want that one-on-one personal contact with another person. You cannot get that with a robot. You just can't. Robots don't have that much personality, people. So I squash that, all the time when people would bring that up. Okay, so let's fast forward several years, many, many moons, to the age of AI. We are living in the age of AI, folks. And you can either embrace it and try to make what you want of it. You can hate it and be against it forever and ever and ever and be against people that utilize it. Or I guess the third option would be you don't care either way. You don't have a horse in this race and you just don't care. So that's probably the three different factions. Okay. Now, I'll be totally honest. I did not understand AI at first. And I did not understand that it could help me immensely in content creation. And here's why. Number one, I'm not an artist. I can't paint. I can't sculpt. I can't create things out of thin air. But some people can, like my friend Candace, my cousin Heather. They are true artists. And there are many, many true artists out there, but this gal ain't one of them. Okay. And I understand my limitations. Okay. I'm a decent writer, but when it comes to artistic endeavors, in that you're asking me to sculpt something, you're asking me to paint something, you're asking me to draw. Like I said, I can barely draw stick figures. Okay. I'm not artistically inclined that way. Okay. Some people are. I am not. Okay. Okay. So another thing about me is I'm also not rich. Okay. I don't have, maybe I shouldn't say rich. I don't have a bunch of extra money lying around to be able to give an artist money to commission artwork for me. And I can't even talk. I do so much content creation, or I feel like I do so much content creation. If I was to go to an artist and commission artwork for every one of my thumbnails, every one of my intro videos, I would be broke in no time. And that's not, I'm not trying to lay blame on an artist. I'm not trying to say that they're the reason why I use AI. I'm just telling you guys and gals out there that may have a hate for AI. And I'm not asking you to extinguish your hate. You can hate on something all you want. But it's not going to change the fact that it's something that is here in the case of AI, it's something that is here. And I think it's something that's going to stay for some time to come and keep changing and evolving and hopefully improving and all of that. So you can either be in your little bubble of hate, or you can learn to live with it. That doesn't mean you have to use it, but you can learn to coexist with it. Okay. And right now, I'm seeing people not coexisting with it. Okay. And that's part of the reason why I want to do this video. Okay. And why I picked my first video to be about AI. Okay. So, with all of those things being said, I keep seeing, in some cases, they're just people that are really, really angry. Okay. And then there are people that make nonsensical comments. Okay. I just want to share one with you from Twitter today. And that's what got me thinking about, like, I really want to talk about AI. The comment I saw on Twitter had, in my opinion, had no context. It was just nonsensical. Okay. And what this person had said on Twitter, and someone else had reposted it, was, I think it's okay to mock people and call them babies for using AI or for supporting AI or however they put it. And I was like, what in the heck does that even mean? That just sounds like somebody that just hates AI and is just making nonsensical comments. And of course, people like it and they repost it. So there evidently are other people out there. Now, I'm not putting that person down for saying that. I'm just saying, what would make them want to say something like that? I try to wrap my head around all of these different ideas. Okay. So that was a nonsensical comment I saw. Now, here are some of the other comments I've seen on social media about AI, that it's art theft. Okay, let's break this down a little bit. How is using AI art theft? How? I mean, are they saying I'm stealing from an artist's mouth by creating my own stuff using AI? Are they saying that you're stealing images from online? Are they saying the AI is stealing images from online? Because I've heard that too, that the AI programs pull, based on your prompt, they pull images from the internet. Okay. I have a problem with that theory because, for one thing, I come up with my own original prompts usually. I'm not saying everybody does. I'm saying what I do. Okay. And I'm saying that it's possible to do. Okay. And a lot of times I use myself as the reference image. Okay. So am I stealing from myself? You know what? I'm not trying to be a jerk here. I'm just saying, how is that art theft? I want someone to explain to me how that's art theft. If you are creating an original design from prompts that you have put in there, okay? And I have seen some amazing work come out of AI. Now, let's break this down even further, okay? So you don't just put any old thing in there and it's just going to miraculously give you an image that you are going to just, oh my gosh, that's the greatest image ever. Okay. This has been my experience. I have to experiment with the way I put the prompt in, what's the wording I use. and all of that. Okay. And sometimes it takes me, I have to go through 10, 15, 20 images until I get the one I want. And sometimes I combine a couple of images. Like you will notice on the thumbnail for Straight Talk, I have combined 3 images. Okay. And 2 of the images have my face. Okay. So you're not going to go out on the internet and be able to find this unless it's in reference to one of my YouTube videos. Because it's probably going to pick up on the thumbnail and it's going to pull that back. Okay. For instance, if you went on Google and did an image search and said Evil Dead chick, probably some of my thumbnails on my channel on YouTube are going to come back as results. Now, if you took those and said they were yours, yeah, that would be theft. Okay. But I'm creating this with a combination, and I'm not purely using AI. A lot of times I take these, I add text to them and all of that, and manipulate the pictures and change and combine and do all these things using Photoshop. So I'm not just using AI verbatim. I'm using a combination of AI and Photoshop. Okay. And there are many, many, many different AI programs to choose from. Now, the one I like to use, and so we're going to, I just want to share my screen with you guys and gals. And I'm going to show you the one I use. And pay no mind to this. Oops. Because I was just playing around with some stuff. I wasn't really getting what I wanted from that. So let's just show you something here, okay? This is called GenCraft. And yes, I pay per month for it. And I have pretty much unlimited prompts because let me tell you, I'm not going to use 1,500 or I'm not going to create 1,500 images in a day, okay? I'm just not. So I just want to pick my picture, one of my pictures. I'm going to do photo booth because I found that I really like this photo booth option. You can do that add image reference where you upload any image and you type a prompt. Your output will match the structure of your input image, okay? But sometimes you don't get what you really want with that, right? You can do a magic edit, upload any photo, and dive into a world of AI-powered editing. Select any section of your images and tailor it to perfection. I have not really delved into that too deeply. You can do the photo booth, which is my favorite. Upload a photo of yourself and type a prompt to imagine yourself anywhere. Okay. And they have tutorials for all these things. The other one is image to image. You can remix any image to generate consistent characters and styles. And you can see they've taken a picture of a dog and remixed it to have a dog in a business suit, right? So I haven't really played with the image to image much either. I need to delve into it. Photo booth is what I use most of the time. Okay. So then that takes you back to your picture and you can adjust it. You can zoom it in. You can change it any way you want. Okay. But keep in mind, if you use the photo booth option, it can't really be an animal or something like that. It has to be a human being where it can detect a face. Okay. So we'll hit continue here. This is also giving you a tutorial on how to use something like GenCraft. Okay. So a model that I've been playing around with is this Petri character style, and I really, really like it. Do I get 100% results that I'm going to use the first time out? Not necessarily. Um, so you can also play around with blend modes, tell things that you want to exclude from the result. But I found if I do this, I get more of what I don't want. So I generally just turn that off, right? So you can select from a lot of different models. Like, let's just click on this. So if you didn't want to use this caricature style, there's a spilled ink. There's ghostly creations. There's portrait. I mean, I played around with some of these, but not necessarily all of them. But there's just bunches upon bunches and bunches that you can use. So we're just going to keep this for the Petri caricature style. Okay. So up here is where you put your prompt. Okay. So one that I've been playing around with frequently is I will just put Evil Dead Chick as my prompt. Okay. And then I add my picture and then I hit generate. Now, this might be why people think, oh, this is lazy. This is a lazy way out. But no, you have to get the right prompt and you have to get the right picture when you're using this photo booth. Trust me on this. And you can see while you're waiting for your creation to generate, you can see things that other people have done. Now, every once in a while, you'll get image block due to quality standards. So whatever that was, it wasn't up to code, I guess. All right. So let's look at this one. Okay, this one is weird. And this is not something that I want to use. Now you're going to get this because AI is not perfect, folks. It's like a human being, it's not perfect. Sometimes you're going to get things that are just beyond bizarre. Okay. So I don't want that one. So we're going to try generating again. Now you can see this is why I said you're not always going to get the image you want to use for sure the first time out. It just don't happen that way. It's trial and error. You may find things that you want to add to your prompt. See, we got another one that's been blocked due to quality standards. Now, this might be something I can use because the body looks normal. The neck doesn't look super long. You don't have extra limbs coming out. You can make this bigger and you can look at it closer. Okay. And you can see that it has used my face as the basis for this woman. Now, no, that's not my body. That's the figure I wish I had, but I don't have. And I never did have. And some people may have a problem with that. They may say that you are um, showing yourself in a bad light. You're putting off a fake image, whatever somebody may say. But I say it's all in the eye of the beholder. It's just an interpretation. And there's no need to get bent out of shape about it. Okay. Now I have had people ask me, well, why does the image look nothing like you? Well, I like to experiment, folks. So I'm getting a lot of these, which will happen from time to time. Now let's take a look at this one. I think my neck looks way too long in this. This one's a little bizarre. I don't like this one. Okay. So we're going to keep trying. Now, as you can see, as I'm going through this, it's not all flowers and candy and you get the perfect image first time out. And some people might get aggravated with it and not want to, mess with it anymore. Okay. So these first few images, and I notice this every time I first do it, I'm going to have to go through several different images before it starts getting to the stuff that I like. And everybody's got their own different style, right? So I just wanted to show you guys this. Now see this one, I got two things. Now, when they get blocked due to quality standards, it will not take away from your credits up here. Okay, that's something to keep in mind, right? Now, earlier when I was doing this and I had Evil Dead Chick in there, um, it was giving me some images. And so you can see how from time to time, each time you use it, it's going to be different, right? And it's going to give you different images. See, we got another one. So when that's the case, when I start getting a lot of these and I'm getting kind of aggravated, sometimes I will either use the auto enhance or the Ask Jenny. So if we do the auto enhance, I don't know. Sometimes you gotta look at these. And it says a freshly cooked Evil Dead chick with burning flames in its eyes, exuding an eerie and sinister aura that gives off you know, I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try it and see what happens. You know, that seems a little weird to me, but you never know. You might get something that you like, right? See what happens. And like I said, you can look at the other images. Now, see, that does not have my face at all in there. It's a cool image, but it doesn't have my face. That one has my face, but I look kind of like the Terminator. See, with the red eye. So let's try, maybe a couple more of these and see what happens. But just because the AI is helping you generate the image does not mean that you're not creating something worthy. And I think sometimes when people put down AI or put down people that create AI images or music or what have you, and I'm going to show you the music version in just a second. So let's, instead of using the auto enhance, let's Ask Jenny. And Ask Jenny allows you to make changes. So let's say I just wanted to make sure that Evil Dead Chick was a brunette, because I'm a brunette. I'm not a blonde. And sometimes these images come with blonde hair. So I'm just saying that I want Evil Dead Chick is a brunette with an Evil Dead cabin in the background. Okay, let's see what happens with that. Your prompt is ready. Click generate. And it kind of expands on it, as you can see over here. Let's see what we get this time. So you just got to learn to play with it. And there is, trust me, folks, there's a craft to this. So these are pretty cool. They don't look weird or anything like that. I kind of like that. So let's say we wanted to download that because we wanted to use it somewhere. So you get the option to, I like to download as a PNG, but you can download it as either a 4K PNG or a HD PNG. Okay. So I usually do the 4K images because they look the best to me. So it takes a little bit to prepare this and start downloading it. So it says download started. This may take a few minutes. All right, so that'll be in your download folder. So the other thing you can do is you can publish these to your GenCraft profile. And then other people can see them and people can say whether they like it or not. And I've had a few people like some of the images I've created. So let's try creating one and see what we get from this. I don't want to use too many prompts, but I just wanted you guys and gals to see how this works, okay? And hopefully give people a better understanding of, see, I like this one too. It even looks like I got a tattoo on my arm. I really like this one. So I'm going to download this one because I might want to use that later for something. So as you can see, or hopefully as you guys and gals can see, this is, no, I'm not taking pen to paper. I'm not taking brush to a canvas. I'm not taking my fingers to clay and creating this stuff out of thin air. But it is my facial features and stuff. I'm going to publish this one too. And you can also see, hopefully, that this is something that takes practice. It can be refined. You don't have to let these two things do the work for you. You can see how these prompts are created, and you can come up with your own prompts. You can refine your own prompts. You can do whatever you like with these things. Okay. So again, that's gencraft.com. And let me see if I can, you can see I've got one of the Jallo pictures. Just going to try to see if I could, okay. So I wanted to show you now it says upgrade to GenCraft Pro. I'm already at the Pro level, but this costs you $9.99 a week. So you can generate 1,500 creations per day. You can train your own models. I haven't done much of that. You get HD and 4K resolution downloads. You can generate videos, upload and edit your images, access to 20 plus models, lifetime image retention, and commercial usage terms, which is a very important thing, right? Because this allows you to be able to use your images in a commercial setting, for your business or whatever, right? And that way you don't have to worry about any little legalities, legal people coming after you saying, you can't use that. You can say, well, yeah, I can because I've got commercial usage terms and I'm making my own images with this. Okay. So, so this may be the only plan that you have other than the standard plan, which in my case, I was doing so many of these that it behooved me to pay the $9.99 a week to do this. Okay. So as you can see, I'm on the Pro Weekly plan. And so I'm going to go back to the generate. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing. So just wanted to show you a little bit about GenCraft. But like I said, GenCraft ain't the only game in town. If you don't want to use GenCraft, you don't have to. There's Leonardo. There is, what's that? I'm trying to think. Steve may have used Leonardo, but there are tons. Just go to Google and search AI programs or AI software or AI online and see what you get, or even put image AI online. Okay. So again, I don't know where the art theft comment comes from. To me, that just doesn't make sense. It sounds like it's made by a person that's, I'm not saying they're stupid, I'm saying they don't understand AI. They've got this image of AI in their brain, and that image is telling them art theft, you know. But I would just like people to explain to me, what exactly do you mean by art theft? Because if you watch me using this AI, this image I don't know how you could call that art theft. I am not stealing Picasso's paintings. You know what I mean? I'm not stealing anybody else's artwork or images that they have created. I am creating something that is my own. Okay? I I I challenge anybody to go out there and find these images that, like the ones I've been showing you, or any ones that are on my thumbnails, and see if anything comes back that's not traced back to me. Okay? That doesn't come from my channel or something like that. Okay? Now, you may be thinking, well, Dana, you've used movie posters for your watch along things. Yeah, I have. But again, I haven't necessarily changed those with AI per se, but I've changed how they look. Okay. But that's another story for another day, because that's not purely using AI. Now, I have had people well, not personally come to me, but they have said, all they will say is, that's horrible. What exactly does that mean? That tells me nothing when you say AI is horrible. AI images are horrible. What is so horrible about them? Can you expand on that? That's what I want to ask these people. Okay? Um so if you know, if any of you out there think that AI is horrible, would you please share with me what you think is so horrible about AI? Okay? And, you may find out that people you respect very well use AI day to day. Now, I've been looking at graphic design jobs and stuff like that, just to, I'm just seeing what's out there. And I can tell you the majority of the content creation, graphic design jobs, they want somebody that knows AI, folks. So again, AI is here to stay. You can either keep hating on it, or you can learn to coexist with it. That's your options. And I'm sure there are people that will continue to hate on it forever and ever and ever. But, something that I wanted to do with the Straight Talk show is to kind of siphon out of people what exactly do you mean? Just telling somebody something is horrible does not explain. Okay? Telling somebody it's art theft does not explain. And definitely saying that it was okay to mock somebody and call them a baby for using AI, it completely doesn't make sense. I don't even know how you could explain that. That's just somebody that's got their feathers ruffled about AI and just wants to make some nonsensical comment. That's what I get out of it, right? And they just want to get attention on Twitter or wherever they may put it. But when people say something that's horrible, when they say you shouldn't be using it, when they say it's art theft, I would like them to explain to me exactly what they mean. Because in their head, I'm sure they have a valid reason for saying these things. Can you share Can you share with me? Can you share with other people? You know, because there may come a day where you want to get a job in content creation. You want to get a job in graphic design. And I'm not saying it's 100% going to happen, but there may come a day when, if you keep being resistant to AI and you try to get this brand new shiny job and they ask you about AI and you start spewing anger for AI, guess what? They're not going to, they're going to shut the door, basically, right? So you have cut yourself out of getting this job, or potentially getting this job, because shot off your mouth about how much you hated AI. Wouldn't it be better to learn to coexist with it? Okay. And I think some people too, they just go along. And I'm not talking about go along to get along. They jump on the bandwagon. One person hates AI, then two more people say, oh, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon. This looks like fun to hate on AI. And then it expands and it expands and it expands. Until you got a large group of people that's, we hate AI, we hate AI. They must well have big signs. And again, folks, I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I'm trying to explain how I see things. Okay. So here's another AI program that I use, because once again, I have no musical talent. Okay. I can write lyrics all day long because I can write poetry. And to me, songs are like poetry. They're written like poetry. Okay. But I have no musical talent. I cannot play an instrument. You don't want me to sing. And I cannot hire a band, a vocalist, all of that to take what I've written and turn it into a song. But I do have AI at my disposal. Okay. And I, once again, get the rights to use any of these songs I create through, there's many different programs you can use for this, but I'm going to share my screen again. And this is called makebestmusic.com. And you can see right here, these are just a few of the songs that I've created, right? And I just created one for this little segment or these videos. And I've made 4 of them, but the one I used was this one right here. And I shortened it and had a fade out because I didn't want it to be 1:44 for an intro. Okay. And I listened to the shorter one and I was like, it's cool, but I really like this one. So that is the one that I, shortened up a little bit, added a fade out so it would not just stop all of a sudden. It would gradually, it would fade out. And so again, I use makebestmusic.com in combination with Power Director to make intros and stuff like that for my YouTube channel. Okay. So once again, I would like somebody to explain to me how that is theft when these are my words. These are my lyrics. Nobody else came up with those but me. And if somebody took those lyrics and used them on their own, I could say those are mine. So I'm not taking anybody else's music or anybody else's lyrics and putting them in here. I am coming up with my own lyrics for every single one of these. Okay. So not only can you put your own lyrics in here, you can pick a genre and MakeBestMusic.com has a lot more now. They've got pop, they've got indie pop, rock, classic rock, jazz, cool jazz. They've got death metal, bluegrass, hyper pop. They've got something that sounds like a TV theme, a film score, cyberpunk, disco, ballroom. I mean, doom metal. I don't even know what doom metal is. Some of you may know. Power metal, experimental rock, experimental metal. Okay. Um, you can also set the mood for it: chill, dark, uplifting, energetic, all of these different things. Okay. You can choose whether you want a male voice, a female voice, a choir. If you want it to sound like a whisper, you want it to sound like spoken word, it being falsetto, baritone, soprano, alto, tenor, and you can set the tempo. I usually set my tempo for medium. I don't like it slow, and I don't like it, extremely fast. You can also steady, accelerating, decelerating, rubato, and syncopated. I haven't played around with. I think I've had steady, but that's the only one that I picked from that. So you got a bunch of different options. And yes, I do get 600 credits a month, and I don't use all 600. Trust me on this. So they carry over to the next month. So I had over 1,000 before I started making a few more songs, right? So um, let's look at the pricing for this, okay? So I do mine monthly. Um, I could not afford this as much as I would have liked to have this professional. I can't pay $169.90 a month. So I went with the standard, which is the most popular, for $39.90. You get 600 AI music credits per month, and it's 3 credits, and they give you 2 different versions of your song for 3 credits. So it's 3 credits each time you generate one. You get AI text to music creation, which is what I do. I write the lyrics and then have it create a song for me. AI singing generator, Conver voice, powerful split music function. Some of this stuff I haven't played around with. High quality audio exports, 1,000 download times, download professional PDF license for commercial use. So again, once you subscribe, you will own the copyright to the songs you create, which you can use on YouTube, Spotify, and more. So no more, issues with, yeah, you're paying for a subscription to um, something like Motion Array, and you think you've got rights to use this music wherever you want to, and then come to find out, nope, you can't use it here, can't use it there, can't use it on a short. And it's like, what is all this fine print stuff? You know, if I'm paying about $40 or $60 or whatever a month, I should be able to do what I want with it, you know. But I got tired of all that mumbo jumbo stuff. And so when when I saw mybestmusic.com, I was like, this is the answer to my prayers, right? So again, you people out there that are saying this is theft, I want you to explain to me how it's theft. I want you to explain to me how it's horrible or whatever. I created a song with my lyrics and putting in the right prompts and things like that made my friend Candace cry. And that was the Angel Without Wings song. There were 2 different versions of it created. One of them I liked really well. The second one I was just blown away. I mean, it was my lyrics, but I was just blown away with how it was created. I mean, it did not sound like AI. I don't think that these songs sound like what I would envision AI music to be, right? Now, I know that you could take a popular song and you could put the lyrics into this generator and it would generate it. Okay? I get that. Now, you might be straddling the fence on that as far as copyright stuff. I don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs. But all I know is when I'm creating these things, I am using my own lyrics. If you took my lyrics and done something with them, I could come back and say, you stole my lyrics. Okay. Um, so that is if I catch it. No, just kidding. I don't think anybody's going to do that, to be that mean to do that. But so I hope that you guys and gals, I've been on here almost an hour. I hope that you guys and gals have gotten something out of this, and maybe get a better understanding of how AI works, that you didn't understand before. Maybe you've been on the fence. Maybe you want to delve into the world of AI, but you didn't know enough about it. So maybe by me showing you guys and gals a couple of these online programs that I use, maybe that will encourage you guys and gals, and try them out. Try before you buy, right? I'm not telling you to go and just automatically buy a subscription to these things. Find out if it's going to work for you, if this is going to be something that you're going to use enough to warrant paying per week or per month. Now, like I said, bestmusic.com, I'm paying per month. GenCraft, I'm paying per week. Okay. But it's $10 a week or $9.99 a week for the GenCraft. It's $39 for the makebestmusic.com per month. Okay. So it's about the same either way. If I'm paying $9.99 a week, it's probably going to be around the price that I would pay per month. So there you go. So a handful of one, a handful of the other, right? So I guess that's all I wanted to talk about as far as AI right now. So I'm hoping, as long as you can be nice, please, try not to be derogatory. I know I'm setting myself up by doing this because some people are just going to be petty and they're going to want to put things in the comments that are derogatory and really inflammatory towards me, that I dare to defend AI. But, and that's okay. If that's what you want to do with what I put out here, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to leave derogatory, inflammatory comments on this video, though. I have that right to remove them. You have a right to say them. I have a right to remove them. And I'm not if it does happen, I'm not removing them because I'm trying to hide that AI is a bad thing. I just don't want derogatory comments on under my videos and my streams. And I think that's my right as a content creator. The same as if you were a content creator, you would have that right as well. But constructive comments, I have no problem with that. Okay. So just wanted to put that out there. Not trying to ruffle anybody's feathers or make anybody mad. Just know that if you make an inflammatory or derogatory comment, it's not going to stay. Okay. But I hope that everybody that watches this gets something out of it. I hope you see it as a positive thing and not a negative thing. And I hope that you will possibly be intrigued by what I showed you a little bit of, to go out there and, experiment with this stuff yourself. You're not stealing if you do this. You're not making a mockery of artists or anything like that. You're just using tools that will help you create what you want, should you not be an artist or a musician. Okay. So, anyway, I want to thank everybody that checked this video out. And there will be more of these coming soon, but this is just something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. And I'm not trying to open a can of worms. I'm not trying to get people to come out of the woodwork and be trolls. It was just something that I wanted to share my thoughts on, and I hope people see it as that and are constructive about it. And I guess with all that being said, I am out of here for the night. But I want to remind everybody, as I always do before I get off of here for the night, to be kind to one another and blaze that trail. Have a fantastic, well, we are into Monday morning. So let's make can't talk. Let's make Monday fantastic, folks. I'm going to enjoy my week-long vacation. I hope that work treats you kind for those of you that have to work this week. And I hope that at least some of you got to take a vacation like Steve and I did. And I'm out of here for now, folks, but I'll see everybody next time.